going on, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? It's Carly here, and I am drinking Moscato that's currently kind of like a slushie.
She left it in the freezer. I'm Alex. I am also drinking Moscato, but mine is mango.
I'm Kelsey. I treated myself this week to a bottle of gin instead of a bottle of wine. It's a very special night, and I made a bee's knees, which is my favorite cocktail.
Oh wait, that goes with our 20s theme party too. But you weren't there for it.
I was not
The
there.
password was the bee's knees, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have a very special person here with us tonight. Introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Juju. I just have a cherry vanilla Coke. It's not alcoholic, but I smoked 2 bowls before coming, so that counts. That was my drink.
We gotta change this to like intoxicated science.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I swear I'll drink like one of these nights. I just like very rarely drink.
We'll
Leah
change
does
the
that
name.
half the time, too. Leah just smokes half the time though.
Oh, I smoke every day though, so I'll always be high for it. Don't worry.
Wait, we'll like change the name once, and then that's when you decide to drink.
Literally.
I'm doing LGBT Scientists. I haven't even finished my book.
But yeah, this is part of our Pride edition.
Yes. It says with some gay chemistry because I got some additional facts thrown in there. But I really liked the meme on the right. If you can't see at the top, it says I created gay in chemistry.
Oh, it looks like
I should have made that my yearbook quote.
I should have made those like rainbow cocktails.
That would have been cool.
I don't
know why they didn't put a second I in the other one.
I was just going to
gay.
complain to you about that.
I just found it.
Hi M, is it hi M gay or is it HIM gay?
I'm guessing it's hi am gay because that makes the most sense. But I don't understand why you just can't put another I in there. There's literally a space for it.
Or why wouldn't they just make it I am gay? Why do you?
Guys, who do you think made this? Someone who's gay, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah. The Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, he was.
I knew he was gay, but I feel like I'm an idiot for not knowing that he was a scientist.
Most of the Ninja Turtles were gay, weren't they?
Yeah, we had this discussion.
Yeah.
Most people alive during the Renaissance were gay.
This is true.
But well, because at the time, a lot of people were known for like many things. So he wasn't just an artist. I didn't even list all of them. They listed like 10 different things. Civil engineering, chemistry, geology, geometry, hydrodynamics, mathematics, physics, etc. There's like 5 other things I got tired of listing.
He got around.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything. So he also counts as a scientist.
In every sense.
I saw stuff that a lot of his research led to advancements in neuroanatomy, so like brain anatomy, because he did actually, like, I think he like dissected people and stuff. And
That's nice.
Yeah.
Wait, is he one of those people who like go and like dig up people and like dissect them?
I don't know
or
all the details, but yeah, pretty much he was doing like everything. One thing I thought was cool though is apparently, obviously he probably couldn't make much of this, or like at least modern versions of these, but he had like conceptual designs for like a lot of modern day technology, like parachutes, helicopters, solar panels, and calculators.
Yeah, I know he had one for an airplane too.
But that's what it like he like had general designs for stuff, which I'm assuming they might have been like, you know, basic designs with technology at the time to an extent, but
Okay, so question. Do you think that Amish people are allowed to use parachutes?
What?
Well, there's different branches different sects
Yeah,
of
I think
Amish
so.
have different definitions of what constitutes technology. Like some of them can't ride bikes.
Wait, are
Huh.
you serious?
Yeah, you've never been to
Interesting.
Lancaster and you see the people on the like scooter bikes where they're sitting on a seat, but they have to like walk the bike because the pedals count as technology.
No, but I mean,
Parachute
aren't they
mechanism?
in like a wagon though? Like that's like by like carried by horse usually?
That's why like what counts as technology? I guess because the wagon doesn't have gears, the bike has gears.
I guess it depends on like the area or like what like they think. I don't know.
Wait, what about like if they have
They probably won't go skydiving then at the very least.
That's what I'm saying. Well, they wouldn't get in the airplane anyway. But if
That's
you
what I mean. I was about to say they probably wouldn't fly anyway.
if they got
Yeah, but-
like kidnapped onto an airplane, like do you think that they would parachute out of it?
No.
Well, they could. The only other option where they could parachute is like in cases where it was like off a cliff or something, like for fun.
would they
I
even know how
Pretty
to work
set in their
it?
beliefs. I feel like they would die than they'd rather die than like go against what they believe in.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's the other thing though. I feel like most of that stuff they probably just wouldn't anyway.
Unless it's
Yeah.
during Rumspringa, and then
Yeah.
anything flies.
But so the gay stuff with him. Accused of sodomy with a male prostitute.
Nice.
That he was.
With like along with like 3 other men.
Who wasn't? I mean,
Well, this one we kind of talked about in a previous one, but he showed more interest in the male body than the female in his art.
Absolutely.
we had this discussion.
I mean, I feel like is it that
Oh.
repressed? He like fucked dudes. Like,
I said it. I've just realized the writing went backwards, but it was the repressed part was supposed to go with the second bullet. With the second bullet, it was Sigmund Freud that claimed he may not have finished some of his art because of his it bringing out his repressed homosexual desires.
It's also not just more
Yes.
interest in the male body. It's like if you look at his nude women, it looks like he's just
Yeah.
drawing naked men and then like kind of putting titties on them, like he's never seen an actual naked woman before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
also, like
And then-
weren't there doodles and it was just like a dude showing hole and it like literally said his friend's name like on the like or his like it was like his younger male friend.
It's kind of like gals being pals, just
Yeah.
like, but the opposite
Just
gender.
guys being dudes.
Yeah, exactly.
What's
Dude,
better than that?
I did see something about that. It was like a grown man and like a younger boy, and it was like, like his like friend. And I forget what it was, but
And
like,
it was his butthole. It was like in the picture.
I don't know about that, but it was like too many.
I saw it on Tumblr.
Everything is on Tumblr.
But like there was like a line on it too that I can't remember what it is now. But it was like it was almost like we were, and then it like trails off, doesn't finish it, and I'm like,
That's good.
insinuating something there.
Not finishing sentences is fruity.
Sir Francis Bacon.
Wait, hold up. Before you say anything else, is he related to that actor named Bacon?
Kevin
Kevin Bacon. That dude.
So
I love Kevin Bacon though. He's an extraordinary actor.
Oh,
He's really
absolutely. Yeah.
So this is another guy that did like a few different things. Lawyer, statesman, which is like politician at their time.
Yeah,
Or-
I feel like I know this guy from history class.
He's he's also father of scientific method. He's the one who did. He's usually
Oh, maybe that's what I know him from.
he is usually mentioned in science classes because of the scientific method. But he had several dozen of the 75 attendants in his home were gentlemen waiters that he gave gifts and appointments to.
Oh, well, there you go.
King.
Several of the letters also between him and his mother and his brother, it showed he considered them to be more than servants.
Oh, he's totally a sugar daddy. Come on.
That feels like an abuse of power.
Yeah, but back in the day, did they know any better? I mean, as sad as it is to say, like, You know, that's how they
Maybe
got
they liked
big.
it.
Maybe.
I feel like you're not supposed to say that.
I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe it was consensual. We don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I would just say
That's-
maybe like I did not word that right.
Or he was just like whip it out and I'll give you, you know, some money for it.
I mean, I'd like to think it was more like, you know, they came to an understanding. They
Mutual.
liked each other, you know, they caught each other's eye, they met, they shared a glance from
Yeah,
across
him and
the
his
room.
90 servants.
That's what I'm saying. They met eyes among them. And like he would choose like one of the day, whoever it's on that day. And it would be like The Bachelor, but like
Wait a minute, is this
one-
Sister Wives?
I mean, I would assume like they would know about each other if there's 75 of them. Like they must talk, you know, be like
And
somebody.
several
has to tell
dozen
me,
were
like,
his gentleman waiters.
I bet they gossiped about him.
Oh, they totally did. Come on.
They like
Who
swapped
doesn't?
stories.
Then one of his closest friends, Sir Toby Matthew, was the subject of one of his famous essays.
Oh,
Friendship.
friendship,
Nice.
broship.
Isaac Newton.
Oh,
This is
Oh,
a more
yeah.
disputed one, but it was said at his funeral he never went near. He never went near.
never went near the cake.
Repressing his sexual thoughts.
Wait, hold on. Who the fuck says that about somebody at their funeral?
Don't know. I think they were talking about him like being Chad or something.
People were at his funeral and were like, this dude's gay. The man's dead.
Obviously, like, dated somebody there, and then they've had a really rough breakup, and it just, it didn't go over well. You know?
Got hate crimed at his own funeral.
Well, funny enough, you're not that far off, Carly, with some of the other stuff. Well,
Oh God.
he wrote about repressing his sexual thoughts. So at the very least, people say he died a virgin.
I think he could have found another scientist dude to
But
experiment with.
there was the potential relationship with a Swiss mathematician.
Ooh.
They were-
Wait, a potential relationship? Or is it like they locked eyes, like what Judy was saying before? And then it was like this
Well-
long gazing thing.
They wrote letters and stuff, but it wasn't like confirmed. And when it abruptly ended, potential breakup, he had a nervous breakdown.
Oh
And the thing at the bottom is a quote from the mathematician. The reasons I should not marry will probably last as long as my life. Then later, I wish her to live all my life or the greatest part of it with you.
When you originally, but now I've seen the other side.
Mathematician is my favorite kind of cheese.
I lost count of how much gin I added.
Mine's like a slushy right now. I think I just drank all the alcohol from it and the rest is just water. Ooh.
This one is one of my personal favorites. I didn't know.
Oh yes, I love her.
But she was a nursing pioneer, and
You didn't know this?
I didn't know she was gay. She's the
Yeah.
first nurse.
well, I saw there was a few things I saw about her potentially being gay. She created the coxcomb diagram, which is that weird graph thing at the top. It's likely she was into women, but she probably never acted on it because she was religious.
no.
Well, I feel like
I hope
most
she
people back in
acted
the
on
day
it.
like saw it,
Then how do we
religion
know
as like
that?
a comfort for that, you know, or
Yeah.
they chose to become nuns. Like, I mean, look at the nun that I had on my slide.
She's not a nun, I don't think. Is she?
No, but I mean, like
Oh, I was like, I didn't think
like
she was.
lesbianism among nuns is really big.
Yeah.
I always
But,
wanted to be a nun when I was a child.
Makes sense. Let's join a convent, Kelsey.
I thought that it was the only way that you could guarantee that you wouldn't have to marry men and get pregnant.
Nice.
But her first love, which it was the 1800s, I was going to say that, was her cousin, Mariana. But she pretended to be interested in Mariana's brother Henry until he proposed to her. She had to say no.
Nice. What a baller.
Yeah. And then Mariana had to stop talking to her, and she was like devastated.
Oh no.
Then she was into a different cousin, Hillary. And
What's with her and the cousins?
I don't know.
Like, keep it out of the family.
Maybe she didn't know anybody else.
It was the 1800s too. Like,
Look, it's hard enough to find women to date these days when like everybody's gay. So
Yeah, imagine the
Really blame her?
1800s.
yeah, that's what I mean. But she stayed with Hillary for a while, and her family literally had to insist she come home,
Oh,
make her come home.
What do you mean insist? Like, they were just like, you have to come home, or like, we're
maybe
gonna
they,
like out
sent
you.
people to like.
I don't know if like,
Forever.
it was like they like knew she was out then, because I don't think she was actually acting on it for most of the stuff I was seeing. But they had to tell her like, you have to come home.
Nice.
At least. But like, yeah, never married, hated courting and everything expected of women.
That sounds like me.
And then one of my personal favorites, rejected marriage proposals from 4 men, including one who supposedly pursued her for 9 years.
Jesus.
Fun fact. Bismuth, the gay element, because it's a rainbow, it's in the corner, is in compounds that are used for both diarrhea medication and for fireworks.
Oh my god, as a bisexual person with IBS, I very much enjoy that.
It's Pepto-Bismol.
Isn't it an explosive experience?
It is. You could say fireworks happen.
Yeah, it's actually used in Pepto-Bismol.
I love that. I love that.
What? That's why it's called Pepto-Bismol.
Oh my god, wait!
What?
I didn't realize that's what you said it.
Bismol.
Interesting comment.
It's bismuth attached to an alcohol group.
Yeah.
Duh.
You good?
So just realizing what.
Having a moment here.
It's Sara Josephine Baker. I'm writing things in the cover a little bit. Mostly known for her contributions to public health and immigrant communities and everything. She was like a big supporter of like the poor and everything, but also known for tracking down Mary Mallon, Typhoid Mary, twice. Who I like read about her. Mary was the first asymptomatic carrier of typhoid and was forcibly quarantined twice. So she went and found her twice and made her quarantine.
Wait, why did she go and find her? I feel like that's the start of a really nice like lesbian romance.
Yes.
She was with someone else. Because Mary was an asymptomatic carrier and she like gave like 53 people, I think, typhoid.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no.
Super spreader.
Yeah, no, like
They nicknamed her after it.
Yeah, they call her Typhoid Mary.
Typhoid Mary.
Imagine having that nickname.
No, but like, but
Wait,
also,
which Mary is that? No, that's Typhoid
Like
Mary.
that's your legacy, typhoid.
but also the fact that it didn't just happen once, it was twice.
I mean, at least people will remember you.
Yeah, and well, I mean, I do feel a little bad because it said she was in quarantine. I'm assuming because they were still probably getting typhoid under control and everything. In quarantine for 30 years and died in quarantine.
Oh,
I really
like
like the forcibly quarantined. Like
Yeah.
I'm picturing this lady getting typhoid on purpose and trying to spread it to everybody, and the cops like tackling her and being a huge thing. This
Maybe
the
she was the
urban
bottom.
center of the
Is
late
that, like-
1800s.
Wait, are you envisioning like people when like COVID first came out and they were like threatening to cough on people?
I'm envisioning like O.J. Simpson style, like wagon chase or whatever the fuck they had in the 1870s.
Wait, then Sarah's just going after, like shooting like a bow and arrow.
Okay, I don't know why I said wagon race because it says she died in 1945. So like there probably were actual cars.
I mean, I don't know when Typhoid Mary died, but that was sometime during her career.
Hey, but she could threaten biological warfare by just like coughing on people.
Well, but like this would be a really.
I think for a while it was also she didn't know she had it because she was an asymptomatic carrier. But
Yeah.
for the first time you were caught in quarantine, like, why did you sneak out of quarantine?
Wait, but like honestly, I ship them. Like Mary and Sarah.
Yes.
Like, could you imagine just like in that like nice romance where they're just like, chilling, and like she has to go run after her and it's like, I don't want to like, like put you in quarantine, and then she's like, you don't have to, like, let me go, and then like Sarah's like, but I have to, I'm so sorry, and then you see them between like the glass, and then like Sarah dies by herself, and it's so sad,
It's so tragic.
It's so tragic, but like totally worth. I would totally go to the movie theater to see that
original.
Hell yeah.
I mean, she actually spent most of her life with well, at least her later life, with Ida Alexis Ross Wiley, who was a novelist, essayist, scriptwriter, who openly identified as a woman-oriented woman.
Love that.
You see, I love that, but I still ship Mary and Sarah. Like,
Yeah.
I just the romance in my head is totally worth an Oscar.
I think she had it right. We should replace woman loving with woman oriented woman.
Oh my god! And then male loving male would be mom.
Male oriented male.
The amount of times people would say MLM to talk about a pyramid scheme, and I'm like, what did gay men do? Like, why is everyone?
What did gay men do?
Said it's what did your mom do?
What did your mom? Yeah, her and Ida were members of the Heterodoxy, which was a radical feminist group for the time that included many lesbian and bisexual women. So they were like slightly like, I think they also supported like suffrage and everything at the time, but they like went further with a lot of their beliefs.
That's cool.
I mean, a lot of them were also gay, so that was.
I mean, she's wearing like a suit and tie. Look at her.
Yeah,
she's really dapper.
Alan Hart was a public health expert and researcher. He did a lot with like fighting against tuberculosis, which was like one of the leading causes of death. He was one of the first transgender people to undergo a hysterectomy, and then live the rest of his life as a man. When he graduated medical school, he got psychiatric help from one of his professors and asked them to perform the operation.
Wow.
I just thought he was kind of cool.
Shit.
That's really cool.
But I mean, I'm guessing he had a relationship with the professor because that was probably one of the few people who could get to do that at the time, because that was like, I don't know what year it was, but like before the 1960s.
Kind of amazing that he got that. I didn't even know like that was surgery like was a thing then. Like before.
Yeah, well, there was I think one of the earliest ones was like in like the 1910s or like 1920s, right?
Yeah,
I might be off by a decade, but yeah.
I don't know. But I'm saying it might have been him. Cool. I'm not sure, but I mean, he was one of the first. I don't know if he was the first, but I mean, they might have had it as like just like a general surgery for women, not for like.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Another Alan. This one some of you may know. Alan Turing. If you've
This one's pretty famous.
The Cumberbatch dude, right?
Yeah. Benedict Cumberbatch played him. He broke the Nazi Enigma code in World War II. He created the Turing machine, which was the basis behind computers. He was pretty openly gay for the time. I mean, probably not as open as you might be like now, but like he told like a lot of his close friends was like pursued men that weren't necessarily in his friend group. But homosexuality in England was a crime at the time. So he was arrested for indecency in 1952. Unfortunately, he was punished with hormone injections that left him impotent, and he killed himself 2 years later.
Isn't this what the rainbow apple on Apple's computers was based off of?
Was it?
I thought it was. It's supposed to be like an homage to Alan Turing, and specifically, I don't know if it was him dying from the apple is why they called themselves Apple, but I know they at one point made the apples rainbow, and it was supposed to be a nod to
I didn't know that. It might be. So in part for Carly, I found an anthropologist.
Yay!
He was one of the first anthropologists to study ethnomusicology, which is the study of music from different cultures.
Yeah, I know that.
I did not. He was a curator for in charge of African ethnology.
Ethnology.
About natural history. He did study like one group of people. I don't know if it's or ick people.
Oh, let's call them that. I've never heard of it.
IK, I don't know. I think it's ick, but that sounds weird. In Sudan, Uganda, and Kenya, and wrote books about it, and wrote like a book about it, explaining like explanations and solutions to issues. It was controversial. I don't know a ton about it. But he was asked to he was commissioned to look into stuff with them. But he exchanged vows with his partner Joseph in 1960.
Cute.
But unfortunately both of them did die of AIDS.
Not cute.
Yeah, it was his husband first, and then him I think almost.
It sucks because he died during that age of when AIDS was a big thing too.
Yeah, his partner I think was 86 or 88.
Oh yeah, that's right in the AIDS crisis.
And then he was 94.
Wow.
That's science fact.
Yay.
Different chemicals can change the color of fire, and they can make gay fire. Fire.
Specifically gay fire.
The rainbow fire.
Wait, are you saying that fire is gay?
Yes.
I mean, I spin fire occasionally. You've seen me do it.
Make it gay. Put a chemical in it.
Ooh, I should put a chemical in when I spin fire. I haven't done it in over a year, but I mean, I've been practicing with my boy recently.
Yes, lithium is also pink. I didn't put lithium in there. I just put the main rainbow colors.
Oh, I love Sally. Wait a minute, she was actually gay?
Sally Ride is one of the most famous gay scientists.
I didn't know she was gay.
She was a completely out of the closet lesbian.
She was also director of the California Space Institute. She has a profit, Sally Ride Science, to inspire kids to pursue their interest in science and math. She was married to a man for 5 years, but she got divorced. And I think most of it was like I said, towards the end of her life, or after her death, that it was finally out for the most part that she was gay, because she her friends and family said she was in a relationship with a woman for 27 years.
Shit.
They were business partners, friends, and then
business
partners.
Yeah. But yeah, I think everyone
emphasis on the business.
Yeah, I think everyone in her family kind of knew.
I like that as in a euphemism. Business partners.
Yeah, no, that's just my business partner. What are you talking about? Or my roommate. Better yet.
It's like David and Patrick on Schitt's Creek. Business partners to lovers trope.
Ben's is a more recent one.
Wow, they're all dead.
Most of them, I think pretty much all of them are.
They kill off the gays.
It's like real life repeats what actually happens in movies. It's crazy.
Oh
I was also going in chronological order.
Alex perpetuates the bury your gays trope. That's what I'm naming this episode.
Alex, this is your fault.
I was going in chronological order, so I'm gonna be dead. I found his kind of interesting. I mean, he did work in brain cells that revolutionized the understanding of the brain. He was a neurobiologist at Stanford, but he had kind of like an interesting thing because he transitioned in '97, but he started going to school before then. So before he transitioned to a man. So he was actually before he transitioned was denied entry into science and mathematics courses due to gender discrimination. But like one of the things he went on to say that when he solved a difficult math problem, like before he transitioned, that many of the men couldn't, the professor claimed a boyfriend probably solved it.
That's like Hedy Lamarr when they say she was either a Russian spy or she stole the information or someone she knew like actually had the information when she's actually one of two people who discovered Wi-Fi, like the discovery or like the the submarine technology of like tracking it. I forgot exactly. It's frequency hopping, I think it was, and that's actually the basis of Wi-Fi technology.
Yeah, I was interested in it though because he experienced all of the like women being discriminated apart, and then he transitioned, and the people who didn't know he was trans respected him more as a man.
That's ridiculous.
Like he was respected more in science as a man for people who didn't know.
Isn't there someone who recently went online and said that like they had like their like one of the first real like things with that like in real life? It's like
that tweet you're talking about, the one where he was like, you should really read like name et al, and she was like, I am name et al.
Yeah, exactly.
That I've seen like a few things of that happening.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. She's a physicist.
I love that.
Yeah, she's known for her nuclear criticality. And
wait, hold on. What the hell did you just say?
Her nuclear, that word, criticality, safety, like nuclear safety.
Ah, okay. Wait, did she die of like nuclear like shit? Just
Not
like Marie Curie did?
No.
Nah.
Are we talking like radioactive research, nuclear weapon research, or like nuclear energy research?
I mean, she had leadership roles in organizations focusing on atomic weapons.
On what?
She looks like
atomic weapons.
Oh, so nuclear weapons research.
Yeah, I mean, she might have done some in other things too, but I mean, given the time frame, it was probably more likely nuclear weapons than nuclear energy. But
she was researching their safety? Question mark.
Guys,
nuclear safety, and health physics, but she also was doing stuff with atomic weapons, so it might have been both. I mean, it said it was like leadership roles in organizations focusing on nuclear weapons, so she could have been doing a little bit of both.
Guys, I have an important thing to say.
What?
Or ask, was she a nun? Because she looks like a nun.
She do look like a nun.
She really has that face.
Someone that went to Catholic school, she looks like a nun.
She looks like a nun.
As far as I know, she was not.
I mean, you never know. Maybe she converted.
I mean, she was a trans rights activist. She's trans.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Wait, she was trans?
Yeah, she's trans.
Oh, cool. So she's a trans nun. Amazing.
But that's the only reason why I'm like, maybe. But her early interaction with doctors was traumatic, and she actually transitioned without medical support.
Wow.
Wait, how did she do that?
I don't know all the details. I'm guessing she like took.
Well, she might have been able to get hormones
That's
like,
what
from a doctor.
I
I'm
was
assuming she
thinking
got
like
really shouldn't
You can get them like in a gas station bathroom if you know a guy.
Yeah, I was like,
I
I would assume she like knew somebody and got
Yeah.
them from like someone she
I
trusted.
mean,
I was
she was
thinking
born
that
in
she-
59. She was born in 59, so this might have been in like, you know, like the 80s or something.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that's how like most people had to transition like back then because it was probably really, really hard to get
Yeah.
it like.
I was thinking more like they actually like just took a scalpel.
What?
No.
No, I think they meant like hormones.
Yeah, no,
I
they're-
don't think they meant,
When I heard that, I was like, whoa.
They're definitely talking about hormones because she later went back to doctors for surgery. So Ruth, she's a marine scientist, Kelsey.
What? I don't know this bitch.
Yeah, she was a marine scientist at University of Hawaii. She studied the bleaching and death of coral reefs. She's the first woman to be president of the Society of International Reef Studies. She's married. She was married to a woman.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh,
she actually,
good for Ruth.
yeah. Well, see, I put an anthropologist and a marine scientist in Carly and Kelsey.
Yay.
But she actually received some backlash for not conforming to like conventional like traditional feminist like views. Like, you know, like she was the person who would wear like, you know, like t-shirts and stuff and like dress like, I guess, like more masculine, and like people didn't like that she wasn't that feminine.
Butch queen.
Yeah.
When did I go on mute? That's when everyone wears to marine biology conferences now. So
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like at the
I was
time,
literally about to say, like, I can see you in that in like 5 years.
we literally give our presentations in t-shirts and jeans at
the time a scuba diver and a black belt.
Ooh. Triple threat.
She the one sad thing was she married her wife in September of 2018 and she died in October 2018.
Aw, poor Ruth.
It was during surgery for diverticulitis, but she also had brain cancer, but that wasn't why she died.
Wait, so her wife wasn't trying to get that like sweet life insurance money?
I don't think so. She was like pretty openly gay. But Kelsey, you should look into her. She's a marine scientist and gay.
what did she study? Oh, bleaching. I see. I'm really drunk right now. I've had like
Yeah,
Dude,
she did.
I need to get some vodka. I really need to get
She
on
did
your level.
like, yeah, she did a lot of coral bleaching stuff.
Did you know that most coral reef deaths are actually from overfishing and not bleaching? Fun fact.
I think I heard that. I think it was from you actually.
Kelsey and Carly,
Hey, what's it about?
You're gonna be a little
you
mad
guys are gay scientists.
presentation
Yay!
is bisexual, loves octopus. I love
Loves Greek stuff, honestly. Same.
I just put some basics. So Kelsey has a bachelor's degree in marine science and a minor in chem. She's currently getting her master's. She's bisexual and she likes octopus. So I made a bisexual flag with an octopus on it.
Yeah.
I love that.
And then Carly has her bachelor's in
And I wanna say
anthropology
With a concentration in archaeology
With
and
a
a minor in
concentration in
art
archaeo-
history.
in art history. And then she's planning for her PhD and graduates. And
Still trying to figure that out.
yeah, she's still working on that, but she's planning on it. She's gay
Yay!
stuff. And then I put a little Greek family tree on a gay flag.
Wait, can you send me this presentation so I can save the flag?
Yeah,
Yes.
please. I want to. Just send me the flag itself, and I will post
I
it.
don't know if it's because I'm drunk, but I'm like gonna cry. I love this flag so much.
Oh my god, I love my flag. Thanks, guys, so much for pulling up to this one. Thank you again, Alex, for including me and Kelsey in on this. Incredible. It was a few hours ago, but whatever, because we filmed another episode in between this.
I was surprisingly sober, but now
I'm
well,
super not sober.
yeah, well, thank you so much for, doing this for us. And thank you so much for including or being included in our pride, part, whatever. I don't even know what this is called. But this is the end. And goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.